What's going on, everybody? It's Lamont Cordell, and I'd like to welcome you to the first episode of Waking Life. Now, I don't have a fancy introduction or any cinematic B-roll to entertain you guys with. However, this first episode is to serve as an introduction as to who I am and what I intend this channel to be about. Now, with that being said, I like to consider myself to be a creator. I like to draw and I like to write literature. And most recently, I've found that I am very much so interested in photography and cinematography. And the more that I envelop myself into that niche, my passion for it continues to grow even more. So I figured, what better way to kickstart my creativity than to start a YouTube channel that requires me to upload content on a regular basis in order to keep my subscribers entertained. And it also gives me the ability to teach people things that I've learned along the way. And as we all know, there's no better way to make sure that you know something than to teach it to someone else. Secondly, I'm currently enlisted in the United States Marine Corps as an active duty member. And since I've been in the Marine Corps, I've started a business alongside one of my fellow Marines. Now, with the high demand of the United States Marine Corps, you'd think that it'd be impossible to start a business. And for a long time, I thought the same thing. For about 4 years, I kicked around the ideas about the business. However, I constantly created excuses as to why I couldn't. Either I was too busy, or the Marine Corps was too demanding, or I had too many other things going on to create a business. Then one day, myself and my business partner, Kentrell, decided that we were gonna throw caution to the wind and we were gonna get into it. And that's exactly what we did. And here we are 2 years later, and we have had upwards 100 plus customers, and we've sold multiple items. Currently, I can walk down the street and see somebody wearing one of our products. The business that we created is a clothing brand. It's called Untamed Youth. I'll make sure I put the links below to our store so you can go check us out. If you go on our website, you'll be able to see our mission statement, which will give you a better overview of what the business is about. It's a streetwear brand. We're really excited about it. We think that it has a lot of potential, and we hope that it continues to grow as much as it has in the past couple years. Now, the reason I tell you guys that I started a business is because with that, as most people know, when you're in the military, you're all living and working on a base, which is pretty much like a gated community, which is only for military members. And with that, we all go to the same post office, we go to the same grocery stores. So I go to the post office frequently to mail out some of our products. And I always run into young Marines that see me in there frequently. So I get asked all the time, what is it that I'm doing and why I'm always in the post office mailing off stuff. And then once I explain to them that I own my own clothing brand, you see their eyes light up and they get super excited. And they go into a rant about how much they would like to start their own business and how they have ideas. And with that, I always give them my information and I tell them, hey, listen, if you need any guidance or any type of information on LLCs, corporations, anything to help you get started, you let me know and I will be more than happy to sit you down and give you the answers. And the reason I do that is because in the creator world, it's so hard to find people that are willing to do that. I like to give them the information and use it as fuel. So I say, instead of keeping it for myself so I can stay a cut above, let them rise and then let me up my game as well so I can become that much better. So I tell people this all the time. You wanna know how many of those people contact me out of, I'd say, current date, the 15 Marines that have pulled me aside and told me they wanna own a business? If you guess 0, you'd be right. I've gotten contacted by 0 of those Marines. However, I have had the luxury of influencing a couple of young Marines to start a clothing brand as well, but I didn't meet them at the post office. I worked hand in hand with them, so I got to go into work every day and talk to them about my brand. And they even bought some of my products early in our relationship. But now they own their own brand, and their brand is called Defend the House. I'll link them down below too so you can check them out. It made me excited to know that someone seen what I was doing and they wanted to act on it as well. And I got told that by the person that created the brand that they always wanted to do it too, but they just never had the push. And apparently I was the push, and that excites me. Lastly, the reason I decided to call this channel Waking Life is because I'm 30 years old. It took me 30 years to finally decide that I wanted to chase my dreams, to follow my dreams. And if I have the ability to influence one person with each video that I make to pursue their dreams, to find what it is that makes their heart skip a beat and go after it, then I have done my job with this. I, at 30 years old, have never been more excited and more interested in what I'm doing. Now, I still work my day job. I'm not telling everybody to go quit their jobs and be irresponsible about it. However, you know, that extra time at the end of the day when you're watching your TV shows or, you know, you're scrolling on Instagram or Facebook, you could be utilizing that time to develop whatever skill it is that you want, to where when you do have the opportunity to utilize it, it's there. For me, it's photography and videography. I sit there at the end of the day, once my family is in the bed, and I go through hours of video, learning how to utilize my camera, learning how to shoot B-roll, learning how to edit. But you don't get it overnight. You have to put the effort in. And the problem with our society today is we really like to think that everything happens overnight. Social media has led us to believe that everybody is an overnight sensation. That's just really not the case. You see those people doing that and it happens, but it's not the case for 95% of people. So for people like you and I, or, you know, maybe you'll be that overnight sensation, but for most people, we gotta put in the work. The only thing stopping you from taking that first step and awakening your life is you. It's all in your hands. See y'all next episode. Peace. Man, I 110% forgot. Like, comment, subscribe. If you got anything out of that video, bear with me. I promise you the videos will get better as I progress. Also, I'll make sure to leave the link of my clothing brand and the clothing brand of the Marines in which I influenced. And I will also leave the link of the gear that I'm using currently to shoot this vlog. If you're interested in shooting a vlog, I have an amazing setup. Just click those links and it'll take you straight to the products. Either way, peace, love, happiness. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. I'm out for real.